Hi everyone, welcome back to Witches the Moon. I'm Sunshine, your Sunday hostess, and this week we are going over Mojo or Gris-gris bags and spell bottles and such. I can show you right off the bat that I do have a spell bottle, but that's not really the topic that I'm going to be covering today. This is my spell bottle. It is a personal spell bottle. It does have herbs in it and crystals in it that pertain to the reason that this bottle was put together for me, but this would be an idea of a spell bottle. What I'm going to go over with you today is actually Gris-gris bags, or Mojo bags as they're being called. So let me go ahead and get you set up down here, and I'll explain what it is that I'm doing as we go, okay? Okay, so let's get you set up. Let's see. Okay, so I figured what I would do today is there is a Gris-gris bag that I have been wanting to put together for my son for some time now, and I, for whatever reason, keep putting it off, which is not a good thing to do. So I figured this would be the perfect opportunity for me to go ahead and put together this Gris-gris bag for my son with you guys and kind of give some explanation in the meantime. So first of all, a Gris-gris bag is typically hoodoo. That is its origin, and if you want to do a little bit of research on hoodoo, then I would most certainly recommend it. Let's start with the basics. A Gris-gris bag is very important that the bag itself and all of the ingredients go along with your intention, and that they are put together in a way that will boost the power of what you are trying to combine in that actual Gris-gris bag. Now there's different types of Gris-gris bags. Traditionally they are put in some type of a flannel cloth. That's not mandatory, but that is the traditional way. You have to remember, color correspondences for a Gris-gris bag are extremely important. You can use all kinds of different colors for different things. I have here organza bags that you can use, many different colors, as you can see, for many different reasons. You also want to be very choosy. If you plan on using something simple like the old-fashioned way and just using a piece of cloth, you want the color of the cloth to match what it is that you're trying to do, and then what you tie that cloth with, the color of the ribbon that you choose should correspond with your intention as well. So just simply getting the vessel that is going to hold your contents has to be very thought out. For this particular Gris-gris bag, I am using the color gray. And the reason that I'm using the color gray is to bring balance into my son's life. I'm putting together this Gris-gris for my son. The primary reason for the gray is it is dark and white put together, becomes gray, causes balance. So that is the reason for that. I will also be using a hemp tie. Hemp is very natural, down to earth, basic, and I'm wanting my son to remember his roots, and I think that this will definitely help with that. So now when you're putting together your items that is going to go into your Gris-gris bag, you have to remember that a Gris-gris bag is meant to be put together with items of odd numbers. Odd numbers meaning 3 or more, but not more than 13. There is a reason for that. The reason for that is the elements that are actually in the bag are supposed to follow animal, mineral, and herbal in sets of 3. It doesn't mean that you have to have 3 things from an animal, 3 things from 3 herbs, or 3 minerals. It just means that you're supposed to be following the laws of nature, and usually that rule is in 3s, and the maximum number of 13 is so that you are not confusing the actual partition that you are trying to put together. So you want 3 or more items, no even numbers, and no more than 13. Okay, so I hope you wrote that down. Now, each one of these items, what I do is prior to putting them, or during putting them in there is, and I apologize, I had a coal going and I have just been burning it away, but the incense that I have chosen is a calming incense. Again, the purpose is for my son. So what you would do is, let's start with some herbs. We're going to put some herbs in this Gris-gris bag. And what I would do is, I have pre-chosen my herbs. This is usually something that I would work off of, typically, I guess you could say. But you're going to be cleansing everything with the incense smoke. So let's start with, I have witch's, I hope y'all can see this. I have herbs in here. Let's start with the witch's grass. Now I'm not putting this on the incense. What I'm doing is I'm cleansing it. And while I'm doing that, I would be speaking my intention. This is witch's grass. Witch's grass is for happiness, is for healthiness, is for self-affirmation. And I would put some of that in there. The next thing that I would use would probably be my St. John's wort. The St. John's wort, of course, everyone knows, is for health. May you forever be healthy. And I would put that in there. Now, another thing that I try to use when it comes to my children is blue vervain. Blue vervain is a peaceful herb. So I would, once again, for peace and harmony, and I would put that. Okay, so now we have actually 3 herbs. I would also add, and who doesn't, salt. And this, of course, is for protection. And you can put other protection herbs in there if you choose. I have things like cinnamon chips. You can also use a cinnamon stick if you would like. Okay, so now we have 4 items in here. The next thing that I want to add is going to be a lodestone. Now the reason for a green lodestone is for wealth. And this is something that has to be fed. So I will explain to you how that's done when you're using a lodestone. This is a lodestone. Mind you, I have already cleansed these. And I am going to feed my lodestone with gold magnetic dirt, or excuse me, magnetic sand for wealth. And do you see how it's sticking to the stone? So I have just fed that stone. Okay. So next thing I want to put in here is, this is something that was given to me when he was born. This is a quartz crystal wrapped in silver with a dove. It's for peace, it's for happiness, and we all know the properties of a quartz crystal. So this will also go in here. So we have 4, 5, we have 6 items in there now. I also have a small vial, I don't know if you can see this, a small vial of tourmaline. This is to repel evil. This is to keep anything that should harm him away. No. And doing this video is throwing me off. I am so sorry, y'all. Peace, happiness. Okay. I also have here pheasant feathers. Pheasants are known to be very prolific animals. I don't have any grandkids from him, so I'm sneaking this in. Okay. Now the last thing that I want to put in here is going to be a sigil, or you would be able to write on a piece of paper what it is that you are wanting this Gris-gris to do. I have a specific sigil here that I have put together for my son. It does mean something to me. 2, 3, Okay. Okay. So now what I want to do, I have all of my ingredients here. I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ingredients in here, which is perfect. That's the perfect number that I wanted for him. And I'm going to take a dressing oil that I have put together. This is a Vision oil. It's almost a year old now. This is a Vision oil that I've put together. I know the specific ingredients in this, and what I'm going to do is now I am actually speaking what this is going to be for, what the oil is for, and what I am intending for this Gris-gris to be while I dressed the 4 corners, speaking to the 4 corners and asking them for their assistance in this Gris-gris bag. Oh, and my lid has expanded and does not want to go back on there. So let's do this. And that's going to have to sit. Okay, so I've dressed the 4 corners. I've asked the 4 corners to assist me in this Gris-gris bag, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to join the corners in speaking the same thing. While I'm doing this, you need to speak your intention into and bring life to your Gris-gris bag. So you're actually going to be bringing your corners together like this, and I speak into the corner. I breathe life. And you're going to bring these corners up to where you have a little bag like this. And then you're going to take your tie and you're going to wrap it around 3 times. Tie it in a knot, and there you have your Gris-gris bag. Now you have to remember, these have to be taken care of. This is a living creature now. You have to treat it like a living creature. In order to do that, what I typically do is, if I were giving this to my son, I would send this with him also and tell him that he needs to feed the bag at least once a week. He can pick a day, but it should be the same day of every week. So you do need to feed your Gris-gris bags. If you don't, they die, they wither away, and they don't do what they're supposed to do. This is a living entity. This is a living spirit that you have breathed life into. So you need to feed it, nourish it, and treat it as such. Okay, guys, I think that's it. If you have any questions, be sure and leave me a comment down below. I certainly hope that this helps, and I hope that y'all are having an awesome weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.